Hello Scrappers, back again for another exciting episode of Okie Scrapper. I had a couple of these garage door openers out there, so I thought, I haven't done one of these in a year or so. So I thought that might make a good video. What I usually do with this, since it's like that, I'll throw it on the floor and step on it and flatten it out some more. Maybe. I don't think it helped much. Set that over there. And one of the first things I do is cut this chain and get it out of the way. I'm going to get the angle grinder, so if you're wearing headphones, you may want to turn the volume down or pull them out. Might be a little loud. Chain's a little on the stiff side. And I got to cut it right back here too. Looks like it might be about ½ inch. So I'll here's half. Yeah, that'll work. Kick it down into first gear, a little more torque. That's the first thing, get rid of that chain and then get this bar off of here. Long bar. Yeah, I'm not sure how long that is. I'll get a quick measurement on it. (9'7½). Sometimes, being this is pretty thick metal and it's shaped like a T, sometimes it comes in handy for different projects. So I may just set that aside. I can get this piece off of there. Actually, the guy could almost hang that, possibly hang that from the ceiling. And maybe drill a couple holes through here and attach a hoist onto that thing. You just have to slide it back and forth, hang it from some mall thread. I might have to give that some thought. I've been thinking about putting up a piece of oh, what do they call that? Can't think what they call it now, but it's a track. You can get rollers for it. I was thinking about putting a piece going across the workshop here where I can hoist something up and roll it over and set it on the workbench. Unistrut is what I'm thinking of. I'm going to take this outside. Just pop it out here. Got it out of the way. And then we'll see where we're at here. Basically, we got a little wire down in here, and we got our electric motor. Of course, our electric motor with the copper is really what we're after, but there's a little bit of wire with some brass fittings. And let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, if you need a light socket for anything, for an extra light somewhere, you can always hang on to that. Got my box knife, cut this belt. Change sizes here. No, that worked. I got two more right up there, but I don't think I can't get to them for this. Unless I can get those out of the way. Hey, let's take this, see if I can unscrew these. Yeah. That one went pretty easy. Unless there's a nut spinning on the other side, I can't really tell. Doesn't seem like it. Spinning pretty freely. There's the bolt. Yeah, one time I picked up from a guy, he had, I don't know how many of these I picked up. A lot of them were just the motor and broke down to this part, and had a dozen or so with the whole thing was there. The guy repaired and installed garage doors. It wasn't too far from me, really. Called me that one time a few years back. Haven't heard from him since. Well, trying to get where I can access these two nuts down here. Got a couple springs. I think I can get to that one. Okay. Now that frees up the motor. I need to get wire cutters. A couple wires here. Yeah, today's the last day of November. Get a screwdriver in there to pry all these wires, these brass fittings off with. I hit my finger on the motor, thought, man, I need to move that out of the way, then I realized I can't because the wires right here are holding it. Okay, all those are unplugged. Got some contacts right here. It could be some silver in them. We got a toggle switch here. I guess that tells it when to stop or something. Looks like I need to pull two screws out right here. on the other side though. Get this plate off, and then I can access those wires a whole lot easier. Maybe. There's nothing ever wants to really move real freely, does it? I see a transformer in there. Yeah, what's that catching on? Huh, I don't know. Catching on this wheel up here or what? Okay. A little tab is supposed to come up through. There we go. Now this is pretty much just shred. Unless I want to keep all these little brass fittings right here. So I'll set that aside for now. We're moving right along here. So basically we just have a lot of stuff here to unplug. Got a little transformer there. Just got to unplug all these wires and cut all the brass ends off. I don't think I'm going to bore you with that. Of course, we've got our power cord here. So I'm going to set this one aside, and I'll work on it at a later time. We'll go ahead and open up this motor and see what we got in it. Get some of this out of the way. Okay, we just got like rounded off caps there, and I got a little pulley there. Another thing, I can't use these because the bolts stick out too far. So that's where these nut drivers will probably come in handy. Looks like a 5/16. Nope. Actually, I think it's a little bigger. 11/32. Yeah, it's not going to do nothing unless I hold the other end. Yeah, I just realized something. I still have this this bandage on my arm. You guys probably wondered that before. I'm diabetic and I had to go in for labs today. They drew blood. Took like 3 vials. I don't know what all they test for. But guess I can take that off. I was down there about, what, 3:30, something like that, about 3 hours ago. So yeah, I think I'm good on that. I think I'm done with this drill. I'm just wondering if that piece is going to come off of there or not. We'll give it a try. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It looks like, yeah, I'm going to have to get a wrench on that. Probably about 3/8. We'll try a 3/8. Yeah, that broke it loose. I think for the most part, these motors are copper. I don't remember if I ever ran into an aluminum one or not. I might have, but like I said, it's been a couple of years since I've done a garage door opener. Okay, there it is. Came off pretty easy. I was going to get the Sawzall and cut it off. Yeah, I'm going to sweep this off real quick. Get this out of the way. Cut these brass ends off of here real quick. Since I want them cut off for when you take your wire in, I thought, well, if I got to cut it off, I'm going to save them. I know they're pretty small, but I've been saving them for a while, as you can see. I may go ahead and melt them down one of these days. Okay, now we got bolts are out. Let's knock our ends off there. Makes quick work of that. Okay, go ahead and plug your ears again or take your earbuds out. I'm going to take the angle grinder and I'm going to make a single cut across that, because you can't hardly get in there to cut the wire with that shred on there. I usually clean these up in the vise. So I can swing that over to the vise real quick, and we can clean the aluminum ends up. Zoom in some. I think that should work. Somewhere right in there, huh? pushes in here and pop that off. I usually try to get some of that garbage out of there. I don't want all that going into the shred. You can probably throw it in there if you want, but I usually try to get it a little cleaner. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I got a little bushing down inside of here, so the magnet will stick to it. I'm going to try to knock this plate here off at the same time, so I'm going to open up the vise a little bit. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that should work. Right in the bucket. Okay, that knocked it right out of there. I'm just going to clean this garbage out. And then I'll have some clean cast aluminum. Sometimes them holes are pretty good size, but these are really kind of small. Kind of zoomed in here, kind of small holes in this thing. Yeah, it should be clean enough. I got one piece weighed 7.6 ounces, so almost half a pound right there. Of course, what is this? 40 cents a pound. It's not a lot, I know that. Maybe with all these electric cars they're planning on building, maybe aluminum prices will go up a little bit. It's a lot cheaper and it doesn't create as much pollution to recycle aluminum as it does to make it from scratch. Less carbon. So it only makes sense for them to try to recycle as much aluminum in that project as they can. That thing's got so much dirt on it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it right here right now. I was thinking I'd take the wire brush to that and clean that up just a hair. Knock some of that dirt off of there. Oily dirt. I mean, that doesn't have to be done, but I think it looks a little better. I try to do the best I can for the yard. Sometimes it take a few extra minutes of my time. Makes me feel good about the load anyway. 15.5 ounces, so just shy of a pound. Okay, we'll move back over here to the little work table. Back out some. course I don't have the compressor plugged in right now, so I'm going to probably have to cut this, then pause the video when I plug it in and let the compressor catch up. Okay, volume down or earplugs off again. Here we go, earbuds. Yeah, guess what? That motor's looks like it's all aluminum. Yeah, yep, that one's all aluminum. So I don't know if these things are going to be even worth tearing down anymore. These garage door openers. Of course, these motors don't really go under a lot of stress. They just open up that garage door. You know, yeah, those garage doors can be heavy, but I think these things are geared pretty good, so the motor doesn't have to do a lot, so they can get by with these cheap aluminum windings. But since I got it this far, I'll probably go ahead and clean it up. I got a barrel just for aluminum wire. It's, in a way, it's really not worth the time, but you know, if you're just looking for something to do and make a few extra pennies, you know, go for it. Especially, you know, if you don't have a lot of scrap to pick up or anything else, and you're just trying to get every penny you can out of what little bit of scrap you do get. You know, by all means, you know, then to you it's probably worth it. Get your way out from in front of the TV set a little bit anyway, and if you like using your tools, you know, a lot of us have a lot of money wrapped up in our tools, so we want to try to, you know, get some use out of them. Well, I'll go ahead and pause the camera for right now, and I'll let the compressor build up, and then we'll get that rest of that aluminum windings off the metal. See, one thing, if I get that off there, I can throw this in my short iron pile. Like it is, I'll just have to throw it in shred. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Air compressor's caught up. That way you guys don't have to listen to it. I don't have to try to talk over it. Just felt air leak right here in the gun somewhere. I think it's in the hose. I'll have to deal with that. Anyway, what I've done, I've taken a chisel. I don't know if you can see that. I cut a V in it. So I can just kind of hook it. Need to find a little longer chisel and modify that. So you can hear I'm just doing a short burst. This makes it pretty easy to get copper out, or in this case aluminum. And then you get a nice chunk of short iron. So hey, if you enjoyed the video, if it had any useful tips, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. I want to invite you to. I want to invite you to take a look around the channel. Might stop in and look at the playlist, see what different kind of things I got going, and see if it's kind of the stuff you might be interested in. If it is, give it a thumbs up or subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you can keep up with what I've got going on. For the most part, summertime I'm running my ad, so I'm out picking up a lot of scrap. So you get a lot of videos of what I'm bringing in and what I'm taking to the scrap yard that I can. And because I've been working a full-time job, so right now I still got one big job I'm picking up on, but just on weekends. So I'm trying to get out here through the week and get some stuff tore down, get the load ready to go. And so this time of year, for the next 2-3 months, I'll be doing a lot of breakdown videos, cleaning stuff up to get the clean copper, brass, aluminum. I saw in the video that I've got live right now that a guy wanted me to do some barbecue grill pressure regulators. So I've got some of those here in a tote, milk crate. So next video I'll probably do tear down some of those and show you how I do it. Others probably have their way of doing it, and if they, if you do it a different way that you like, go ahead and leave it in the comments, for others to read. And I really want everybody to go ahead and read the comments too, because you can pick up a lot of tips. A lot of people give some good ideas and good tips in the comments. So if you're not going through and reading the comments every now and then, you're probably missing out. So I think that's going to be about it for now. It's almost 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's about when I try to call it a night. Get in there and relax. Get in there, respond to comments, and watch a little Netflix before I go to bed and get up and hit it again in the morning. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by, watching the video. I make these for you guys to kind of teach you what I know, and we're always getting new subscribers, so it's kind of why I repeat myself a lot on a lot of this stuff, but it's for the new guys. So you guys take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.